Hola, muy buenas a todos, Alberto, ¿qué tal estáis? Está un nuevo vídeo de Juego de Tronos y bueno, vamos a continuar donde lo dejamos. Tenemos que ir ahora a hablar con este, ¿no? Sí.
So, sir, did you find out what happened to your brother?
Yes, Valar had him executed. Mark my words, I am going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. He left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
Ice and death, this wretched dog knows no limits. He killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halton immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.
Bien.
Alistair, were you able to discover anything?
I know what happened. The murderers in the sewers were targeting a boy by the name of Cedric Rivers. His last name leaves no room for doubt. He's a bastard child, just like those the Queen is hunting down. But the assassins also killed whoever else was in the hideout at that time. And that's how Gawain fell victim to them.
How can something this dreadful have been allowed to happen?
Valar murdered my brother.
You believe your half-brother murdered Gawain, but Sir Desmond seems to suspect the bandits living in the sewers.
He is correct. However, the bandits were just pawns, and I have the proof right here. Valar is behind it all. This letter explains everything. It is he who ordered the assassination. He signed it with his own hand.
I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing?
Look at what's written here. See that you do not leave any witness. He must have known that Gawain would be with Cedric. Valar was trying to capture my brother after all. This was an ideal opportunity for him. He didn't leave him any chance of clearing his name.
You believe he acted out of revenge?
Obviously. He wants to wipe out the Sarwiks and take control of Riverspray. Valar used this opportunity to get rid of him. One less obstacle in the way of his conquest. He is now assured that he will become head of House Sarwick, being both my sister's husband and my father's only descendant.
What are you planning to do?
Gawain was my brother. I can't just let that bastard Valar destroy my family. He will pay with his blood. I'll never let that wretch take the ancestral lands of House Sarwick. I already have this letter which proves his involvement in the sewer murders. I have to find out what it is that links these murders and expose Valar's treachery. Once the people learn of his treachery, the Queen will have no choice but to sever her ties with him.
You are right. The answer probably lies with the bastards that the Queen is hunting down.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, if you think about it, isn't that what all these murders have in common? All the victims were bastards. In fact, you helped track one of them down yourself, didn't you?
This bastard child was related to an enemy of the Queen. Both are dead, on her orders.
Indeed. But I think that the hounding of the bastards hides more than a simple plot. After all, why did she have to call on you? If these targets really were enemies of the crown, why didn't she send the gold cloaks?
Indeed. She chose an inconspicuous method every time.
The Queen does not wish for this matter to be made public.
These bastards are not chosen at random. Valar himself is one, but he's not worried. So there must be some other link between them. But what? I can't put my finger on it.
I might have a lead on this matter. One of my contacts at court passed a letter on to me. It's from Lord John Arryn himself, the King's Hand. He sent it to the Red Keep sometime before his death. It was meant for Grand Maester Pycelle, who sits on the Royal Council.
You claim he wrote a letter just 2 weeks before his death. But what did it say?
Well, John Arryn asked the Grand Meister to consult a book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. And this came after he was seen in the company of Stannis Baratheon, visiting various dens of ill repute. It caused quite a stir. If you're unfamiliar with these two men, they have long established reputations of unfailing virtue. Normally, neither of them would ever frequent that kind of establishment. After a little investigating, I learned that the Hand had visited half a dozen bastards that day, one of whom was the Potter that you and Sir Valar killed. In light of all these pieces of information, I've some doubts that John Arryn's death was by natural causes.
You think that because he was walking about town and consulting some tome on lineage that someone had the Hand of the King assassinated?
Think about it. If John Arryn discovered something about those bastards that someone powerful didn't want him to know, I have a feeling that this book on lineages holds the key to this mystery. And I've sent word to a man capable of shedding light on all of that for us. He's a Meister of the Citadel called Rupert. He's also an expert in ancient texts, and it just so happens that he has worked on the book. I do not know him personally, but he has agreed to meet with us. He was asked to bring a copy of the tomb.
Why call on this Maester Rupert?
Grand Meister Pycelle is the Queen's loyal servant. It would be highly inadvisable to contact him directly. However, there is still one concern to settle: the payment.
How much is he asking for?
That's the problem. He does not seek money. If he did, this matter would already be settled. He wants a particular settlement, but he refuses to explain himself in writing. He would rather discuss this in private.
Fine. I will meet with him. Where can I find him?
The meeting has been arranged near an illegal arena, hidden in the sewers. I sincerely hope he will give us the help we need. I've already taken the liberty of sending Sir Desmond there, as he knows these parts well. He will be able to come to your aid if something goes wrong.
Thank you, Lord Halton.
Bien, vamos a reunirnos con Rupert. A ver qué es lo que tiene para nosotros. Bien.
Maester Rupert, here is the man I was speaking of. Sir Alistair Sarwick.
It's an honor, sir. Now that your friend is here, let us get straight to the point. I understand that one of my books has piqued your interest?
Indeed, Maester. The book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. You have brought it with you, haven't you?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll get the book, but only once you've paid me the price I ask.
Your price doesn't matter to us. Give us that book immediately, or you'll be in big trouble.
I've dealt with enough of these situations in my life. I have insurance. The book is hidden. Kill me, and you'll never get your hands on it. So as you can see, we have need of each other. The price is my life. You have no doubt heard of the secret fights organized in this arena. Well, I've gotten myself into a bit of a debt there.
What kind of debt?
The kind of bet I'll never be able to fully repay. I wagered with the owner of this ring a life of servitude against all his riches. and I lost. As is traditional for merchants of the free cities, Ossifer is proclaiming to everyone that I'm his slave. He left me only one way out. If I want to be free again, I have to defeat his champion in the arena. The problem is that his champion is a savage warrior who goes by the name of Eric. They say he can crush the skulls of his enemies with his bare hands.
I see. You clearly stand no chance against him.
Exactly. But Ossifer never said I couldn't appoint a man to fight for me. Unfortunately, I don't know of anyone in King's Landing who could possibly defeat such a brute.
Now I understand why you have turned to us.
Yes, I'm sure it's quite obvious. I think you stand a much better chance in this arena than me.
Maybe. It's just that I don't typically put on a show in illegal fights.
Sir Alistair, a man must sometimes take the darker path that will lead him to the light of justice. Come on. This book would allow you to see exactly what the Queen fears so much, and to bring down Valar at the same time.
Fine. I will do whatever is necessary to avenge Gawain's death.
Wonderful. You're a lifesaver, sir.
You know full well that I am not doing this for you, Rupert.
No matter. It all amounts to the same thing for me. Leave me a moment. I need to formalize everything with Ossifer. There he is, Ossifer. That man right there is my champion.
Oh, I really didn't think you'd manage to talk some poor bastard into this. Welcome, sir. So, you're willing to risk your life for this ass of a man? I hope you know what you're doing.
So you'll keep your word, eh? If he defeats your champion, my debt is no more.
Yes, but we both know that will never happen. Eric is undefeated. As you have chosen to die in the arena, you'll need a fighting name. How do you wish to be introduced to the crowd?
I'll be known as the Red Demon.
The Red Demon, eh? Yeah, it's mysterious enough that people will start wondering. It'll be great for the wagering. Take the door on the left and prepare yourself down there. Then speak to the guard when you're ready. He'll give me the signal and open the gate for you. Better say your prayers. My champion, Eric, comes straight out of the wild lands beyond the wall. That's for you, Rupert. Remember, if your champion dies today, your family will join you in your life of servitude, as agreed.
The fight is going to start any time now. I was able to learn a little about your opponent. Ask me what you'd like to learn, as we have precious little time.
Does this giant have some sort of flaw I can take advantage of?
They say that once he bleeds, it doesn't stop. Cut him and he'll continue to weaken as the fight drags on. Do you hear that? This is it. It's time for your duel.
A flame will soon be extinguished.
Are you ready?
Open the gate. Let's get this...
Prepare to be amazed! Tonight, we are lucky enough to be witnessing some unexpected entertainments. For your pleasure tonight, a stranger decided to step up into our arena. Please welcome the Red Demon! He's going up against a warrior who has fought and killed more than 12 men. You all know who I'm talking about. Here is Erok, of the wild lands that lie beyond the wall. Only one of these warriors will leave this arena victorious. Which will it be? I hope you have all placed your wagers. Let the fight commence!
You should be proud, Sir Alistair. That was a fight to remember.
Wonderful. You just saved my life.
Damn, you killed one of my best men. But by the seven, was this show worth it?
Reminds me of the good old days, in the time of the great Lucifer the Unvanquished. What a fight!
I was not fighting for mere glory. The book, Rupert.
Here you go. You deserved it. You're an excellent fighter. If you ever fight in these parts again, you must send me word.
Let us return to my lord's residence, Sir Alistair. We'll feel more at ease there.
You go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Very well. Here, take this key. It'll let you access the basement from the courtyard. I made good use of it at times, when my lord sent me down here to recruit fighters. Be safe, and return to us soon.
Come back anytime, my friend. This arena will always welcome you. You will soon make a name for yourself, and a fortune. Just let me find a new champion first. It's going to take a while, so feel free to take a look around town in the meantime.
Bueno, chavales, voy a cortar aquí. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Like, favoritos, suscribíos y hasta la próxima. Adiós.